if it's just to say, look, we're saying this election is about independence, then the SNP have been doing that for a long time. That's what we said all elections were about, and I don't see how that's going to advance the case unless you do one of two things. One is to make it special in the way I outlined, and secondly, to work out what you do if you win. I mean, the SNP have won 2 general elections on the concept of an independence referendum, right? But hadn't worked out what you do when the other side says no. Now, if you're going to succeed in politics, then you have to plan out your moves and you have to anticipate what the other side does. It's almost as if it's a surprise that, successive Tory Prime Ministers have said in a variety of ways, now is not the time. Theresa May, sort of bumbling, don't think so, Johnston, to I'm not speaking to you, which is Liz Truss. What you have to do is work out a way to bend them to your will. And that means 3 things. It means that people in that place across there get off their backsides and start behaving as they're meant to do, as representatives arguing and articulating for Scottish independence and not accepting an insult to democracy on a daily basis. Secondly, you've got to mobilise people in Scotland behind a realisable objective to give heart to the independence movement, which is supported by so many. And thirdly, you've got to call a convention of all the elected representatives of Scotland and demonstrate the elected majority is there and go to the international courts, the international opinion, and say this is...
You don't think the general election strategy does that?
Well, I'm saying that the general election strategy can only matter if you're prepared to do that in its aftermath. I mean, if you're prepared to accept in the same way as winning a general election for an independence referendum, and the other side say, no, you just say, oh, well, we'll just keep trying and trying and trying, then it gets you no further forward. You have to say, right, if we win it, not only do we win it, but we mean it. And we have this strategy to make Westminster do it. Look, people think that Westminster is this great machine, that, we have to dance on every word they say. Well, in Ireland, they once said, the great are only great when the rest of us are on our knees. There's nothing great about the great British government at the present moment. A puff of wind would blow them over. A determined campaign from Scotland would most certainly do it if it was organised wholeheartedly and properly. But, you would say, why would I be sceptical of it being done for the Scottish Government to negotiate independence? Because it hasn't been done about forcing a referendum out of that Westminster Government. I mean, a campaign to bend Westminster to your will has to mean more than writing the occasional letter to the occasional Prime Minister.